You can see they've completely filled all that in. And they've not only filled it in, they've filled most of it with nectar and did not leave the queen very much space to lay on this one. You can see some of the drone brood at the top that I missed when I scraped it out, but I scraped most of it out. Same thing with this side, it's all been filled in. Okay, this one looks better. This one's got a lot of eggs in it, so. And there she is walking around. I'm going to grab her and put a dot on her real quick. I got her in this hand. In the cage. Just keep her in my pocket. Get her out of the way. Now we can manipulate these frames without fear of hurting the queen. That's got some eggs in it, a bunch of larvae, a little bit of a queen cup here. Take it off. So this was a frame that was already part of that split. Okay, so was this one actually. These two were already part of the split. So that's cat brood. So that looks good. So we got a cat brood, larvae getting capped, plus a whole egg, plus this new frame that she's laid out in on this one and on this side. She's got eggs. Yeah, they have filled that. A lot of bees in here. Holy cow. So and we'll let the queen go. She crawled right in there. I used to, when I would cage the queen, I would set her on the frames, and the problem I would have then is she would get so covered in bees that I would have a real hard time getting her back out of the cage again. So I kind of started just keeping her in my pocket and then smoking the bees down a little bit, and then she goes right down in there. See, look at that. These guys have actually, they have built comb on top of the frames and started filling it with honey. So that's interesting. I think I'll put a queen excluder on this and put a super on it and get both these colonies to move up. See if I can get them to share a super as a 4-frame. So there's a frame that's all eggs that I 3 days ago I took out. They've put all that in there and she's filled that completely full of eggs, that space. Every single spot of the new comb. And I see her over there. I'll mark her. Grab her. And I'll just transfer her over to this hand. Now I got her. I'll go mark her real quick. Let's see. Nice brood nest. All larvae that's going to be capped here in a few days. I don't know if that shows up or not. There's a frame of cat brood. About to hatch out here pretty soon. One of the things, if you're new to beekeeping, is you need to, and I forget to do this, sometimes you need to put your hand in front of your smoker and just feel how hot the smoke is. Because if you blow hot smoke on the bees, they will get more excited than if you did nothing at all. All right, so that buttons that up. We have 2 marked queens laying capped brood. That is worker brood. They are chock full right now. I'm going to have to come back and I'll put 2 side-by-side 4s. Maybe bring up 1 frame up into them. Let them start to work that. They're doing really well. So those 2 frames from the mating nuke that we added to this side with the queen merged perfectly with the 2 frames of bees that were drone laying queens, and then the 2 extra drone laying frames we put on the other side and put with the other queen in the mating nuke. They've all merged really well too, and so they in 3 days they've not only filled 2 frames, the center with comb, but they've also filled it with nectar and eggs. And so you'd never know that we scraped all that drone larvae and brood out of it. Thanks for watching.